babies. What's up, my darling MVPs, and how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sail with Mimiciously Mimi, where you get a gist. I see they do waiting. I see they hurt. Of course, you know there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze, you do what? You lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel? Or are you still sitting on a fat, long fin? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get the gist? I see the heart. So, guys, of course, we all know Tuesdays and Wednesdays are for Biggie's diary session. It's actually interesting times because we tend to hear from the housemates with the carryover beef from nominations and everything. And what makes the nomination so difficult is that they cannot even discuss it. You get to see the person who nominates you and their reason, but you cannot say a word to that person. Anyways, we're going to be seeing some of the housemates that had their diary session today. And yes, of course, the head of house, Willy, finally gave his reason why he saved Jared. We will still get there. After the housemates camped outside, today was the first time to see their house again. And guess what? It is giving out of bounds because everywhere is closed. The only pathway is where leads to the diary room. All right, let's talk about the diary room, guys. Sinaye, let's talk about his diary session. So Sinaye was he's kind of worried for being up. He said this is his first time being on the chopping block and he do not know what he has for him. He said last night was really a tough one for him. Like, he was not really happy. He was not himself. That thank God for peeps like Taki, Yolanda, and what's it called? Else, who had to talk to him to calm his nerve, so he could at least be better. He said after he had conversation with them that he felt a bit relieved, that today seems to be better than yesterday for him, So after the conversation, he said something. He said, he always repeat this thing. His other diary session, he said he is a kind person. He is a good and loving guy, that he hope the house has not really changed him to be something else. And then he repeated it again today as he said that he is a sweet person and he really hope the house has not really changed him because of the gameplay in the house, just to fit in the house. He really hope the house has not changed his person. So after his conversation with Biggie, Big Brother asked him is there anything else he want to tell him, and he said, Big Brother, I really want to know, why is Lawrence always coming for me? I'm like, yo, this really got to this dude so much. He's like, because he feels like the way Lawrence is always coming for him every time, that's why people could actually see reasons to nominate him and he has to be on the chopping block, Anyways, after he finished complaining about Lawrence, he said the other week Lawrence threw a jabs on him, today again, last week, sorry, the same thing. And then Big Brother said, just know that dogs do not bark on a car that is not moving. That dog can only bark on a moving car, meaning that he's actually doing something right. After Biggie told him that, netizens started making mockery of him. They are like, Biggie, you can deceive people, sha. Somebody that is a furniture in the house is somebody you said dog cannot, back on a car that is not moving, blah, 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 blah. And that was it for Sinaye. He said he felt better hearing that from Biggie, And then Makehkeh feels like the reason his nomination for Jared and Sinaye feels like he told them to their faces now the reason why he did. And also, Biggie asked him if he was surprised about any of the nominations and everything. He said that he is not surprised. None of the nomination actually shocked him because at this point, the game is so tight. So none of the housemate nomination actually surprised him. That the only one that surprised him was Willy nominating him. He said not like he trusts Willy or not like he's expecting anything from Willy, but he is not expecting Willy to nominate him. That one thing he knows for sure, that if people were up, that Willy can, replace him, and save somebody. But for Willy to nominate him, that he never saw that coming, that the game is getting tough. It is what it is. And then for Chenza, Chenza actually was like talking about how he was replaced by Taki last week, and was thinking that he is still trying to check and why did Taki replace me? Me and Taki, we are cool and everything. That people might have their reason for doing that. That he actually tried to wave that, out, but not until this week again. Willy now tend to replace him with saving Jared, that he is actually surprised that it is very okay that, oh, people that are up, maybe I'm the person he wanted to replace with. But at the same time, knowing fully well that he was up last week, he never even see that coming, like want to be up back to back again. But if that is what makes them, for their game, then it is fine, that there is nothing he can do about it. He said the housemates cannot determine his fate. It only takes the outsiders, that is you and I, to determine if he is going to go or he's going to stay. So, Chenza fans, have you guys been voting for him? Make sure you're voting for Chenza, because he said the housemates cannot determine his fate, and which he is right about that. So make sure you're voting if you're a Chenza stan, okay? And then after Biggie asked him if there is anything else he want to discuss, he said that he's actually bothered about something. I think his friendship with Papaghost. After they went to the cabin, coming back, Papaghost felt disappointed by Chenza. So Chenza was like, he has not had the guts to go to Papaghost to have conversation with him. That he has also realized that they did not hear everything, all the conversation they had in the house. That he's not hiding, that he did not say some things that are not quite good. But those things are things he also say to them, to his face. But he do not know how to have conversation, that he really thinks Papaghost is a good guy. He likes him, but how to settle this issue is what he is still trying to figure out. After Chenza is Liema. Liema said this house looks so unreal, like it's like a movie. Things do not look real in the house. Right now she's feeling like a power mic, like a super girl. As you can see, her hand describe it all, that she feel like a strong person and everything. And then she's like, she was asked about the nominations, and she said the one that surprised her was his name, Willy, saving Jared. While Willy, she knows that Willy likes Jared, but she do not know it to this extent. But Willy and Z are always together, and she was expecting that Willy would save Z, not for Willy to go save Jared. And then she was like, the people that nominated her, that her plan was already that anybody who nominates her, she's gonna nominate the person right back, which is what she did with Mpumi and them else. She said, and the reason why Mpumi and else want her to leave was because of a man, that she was trying to be cordial with them in the house, but she's seen that is so impossible. They don't like her because of a man. So then it's game on for her. That's when Jared was safe. She knows that they were so happy in their mind that she will be going, but they do not know that she goes nowhere. So she's saying with her full chest that she's not going anywhere. They are happy that yes, she might be leaving. So Liema stands, you guys, hope you're voting for Liema, because she's counting on you, or she already have the confidence that she is not going anywhere. And she also called Mpumi and else co-wives, and Biggie was like, she should elaborate. She was like, Biggie, it is nothing deep, it's just the housemates who is using this wife thing, is sister wife. Me, I don't also like it. In my mind, I'm like, you don't like it, but you are actually giving the impression of whatever they're saying. The housemate did not just come out of blue and start saying, oh, sister wife or co-wife. No, because that is what it is giving. You accepting and making all these threesome whatever have a name. That is where it all started. Anyway, that was what she had to say in her diary room. And then after Liema was Papaghost. So Papaghost revealed that this face-to-face nomination that happened actually made him happy, because he actually showed that the housemate has finally understand his person and know that he does not have anything against anyone, but just to always want to put things right. Biggie asked him to elaborate, and he said that amongst the nomination, it was just the two obvious people that nominated him, which is Taki and Mark Jr., that other housemates did not even nominate him or anything. Then it shows that truly they have come to find out that he's really not a bad person like they have painted him to be, And then he was like, for the head of house thing, that he's happy that power has changed hands, that for 3 weeks power has been on the same hands, meaning that Mark Jr. ruled twice, and then that Taki ruling also is the same as Mark Jr. ruling, because Taki is always reporting to Mark Jr. That was what Papaghost said, but he's looking up to Willy to see what he has with his leadership. And then Meelay was the next. Like, guys, you see Meelay, the way she does in the diary room, if she do half of it in the house, like, guys, she would really not be seen in a different kind of way. Anyway, she came to the diary room. She was ranting and venting on the nominations. She said she can really not tell about this housemate, that they are nominating her. The reason they are nominating her and why they are nominating her is really not given. That the last time Mpumi was saying she's not being herself, and this time around they are still saying the same thing. That the thing with this housemate is they just want you to indulge yourself in one or two drama, then they would know that yes, you are fully in the game. That are they the viewers? To them, the viewers are the one that know what they want. That she must not be all over the place creating relationships, saying on whatever, to be seen as a housemate that knows what she's doing. That she cannot be that person, and that is just the reason why they think she's not being herself. That they just only know her for just 3 weeks, and they'll feel because of that they can guess her personality or whom she is. So she's really not happy about that. It's really a tough one for Meelay. It's a tough week for Meelay, but I think this is the last week we'll be seeing Meelay, except on Coffee with Kosi, just like someone said sometime. All right, guys, Yolanda. As much as I've been waiting for Yolanda's diary session, she had a lot to say, but it was really nothing serious, but she was just talking about Jared nominating her. And then there is something Yolanda said. I'm like, it may seem as though this housemate, the feeling is mutual for them. Remember the other time I was just you guys on how Mitch said Yolanda is not her best friend or something, that Yolanda is just a close person to her in the house. Yolanda has said the same thing in the diary room. She said that this thing that people were saying about that Mitch is controlling her, blah 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 blah, that she has her target. That's knowing fully well that Mitch has people outside. She knows most people, blah, blah, blah. She's just talking about like it's just like a strategy for her. You understand? That Mitch has so followers. Mitch did this, Mitch did that. That she's always using both Mitch and Makehkeh for her own strategy. That the friendship is based on her own strategy, though she liked Mitch as a person. That was what she said. And she hoped their friendship continues outside. But for now, Mitch is somebody who is focused on the game. And then she's not expecting anything much. So it's giving their heads are intact despite that they are friends. That means the feeling is mutual too with Yolanda. Yolanda and Mitch, they are friends, yes, but their head is on the game. And then she revealed how confident she is now because the housemate has finally opened up that yes, they see her as a competitor and that she has a strong personality. And then for the head of house, who was the last person to be in the diary room, so he mentioned about the housemate targeting each other, people who are said to be friends coming for each other. That last night's nomination was actually a surprising one. People you thought are cool with each other are actually attacking each other face to face. And he also said that he saved Jared because to him he feel like Jared is somebody like him. Jared is the realest person in the house. That Jared is this person whereby when it's time to be childish, he will be childish. When it's time to be serious, he will be serious, just like himself. Jared is one housemate that do not need to put up a strategy for the game. He is just doing his thing and living his life. Meaning that we do not see this relationship stunt for Jared as a strategy. Right? Anyways, is that really a strategy for Jared? Guys, what do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section. So really reason for actually saving Jared is because he is the realest. Like he is just himself. He's just like him. And some people are like, will you just say the truth? You have a crush on Jared, blah, blah, blah. Wahala. And anyways, he said he actually put up Chenza, that Chenza is two-faced. That Chenza actually would act like he is cool with you, but will go behind and start doing some other things. He also gave an instance of Chenza making mock when Yolanda and Mitch was talking about Z. Chenza was laughing and later on came back to comfort Z, showing how two-faced Chenza is. So that is why he actually had to replace Chenza for Jared, meaning saving Jared to replace Chenza. So guys, these are the diary session I have to discuss right now. Maybe tomorrow we would have Mark Jr., Lerato, and others. For now, I will be dropping my voice to see you guys later. Thank you so much for always sailing with me. Bye for now, babies.